Hi, welcome back. I am working on another resin bloom coaster practice set, and I am using Let's Resin tabletop resin. I will put the items I am using in the description box below. And for this one, my white, I am going to use the bloom paste. This will be in the links below also. And I'm just using a dot, but in my previous blooms, the white, I feel like it did tend to fade out a little bit. It looked very almost too transparent. So instead of trying to use more of the paste, I decided I wanted to try a little bit of alcohol ink in there. So I put an ounce of resin into my cup. I added the little drop of paste, started stirring it, and then I'm going to add this alcohol ink and just a couple drops just to see if I can get the paste, this white to be a little more of a brighter white. Now, while I am mixing this, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the Paint Pour Academy. And this is a website that I created several years ago, and I just wanted to have something to help beginners learn more about paint pouring and resin art and everything fluid art just a little bit easier instead of trying to hunt through YouTube, do Google searches and all the things, because there are a few different opinions out there as to how technique should be done, which, you know what, it's art. Everyone has their own way of painting, of creating, and there is really no wrong way. So once I get the white mixed to how I think it'll be good, I mixed 4 ounces of resin, and I mixed it for 5 minutes and let it set while I was mixing my white. And now I'm giving it just another stir, double checking, making sure it's all good. Okay, now I am pouring the resin into the molds. Now, one thing I did do different with this coaster set than I did in previous ones is spritzing the alcohol ink. I didn't do it in previous molds that I've done here. Now, once I added the resin into the molds, I got a paintbrush, and the tip of the paintbrush, I am just outlining the inside of the mold, the corner. I just want to make sure there's no hidden air bubbles there, because that's the one thing that I do find is one of the hardest parts of this technique, other than actually doing the technique, is making sure the air bubbles are not settling in that bottom crease, because if you let the air bubbles settle down there, then once it's cured, you're going to have that divot in there, and then you're going to have to sand it a little bit. You're going to have to work with it. I'm trying to avoid any of that. Now, if you'll notice, you can see some air bubbles on the surface of this. It's because I did take the end of that paintbrush to move the resin around, and it was already thickening. I've been waiting too long to work this resin, and now I'm adding some heat to it. I'm not sure why I decided to add heat to this. I was thinking I should have checked the temperature, really, and I have my temperature meter right there. I have yet to check the temperature, but adding heat to this, it is thinning it, but it's heating it. It's speeding up the curing process. And can you see how thick it is already as the air is blowing on it? So the second thing I've done different is adding this heat. I definitely should not have done this. I should not have added the alcohol ink into the mold, and I should not have added the heat. Okay, I went ahead, I got a clear cup, doesn't have to be clear, just needs to be a cup. I have my icing bag that I'm putting my white in. So now that I've heated my resin, I speeded up the curing process, and now I'm making it wait a little bit longer while I am prepping the white into this bag. I set the bag aside now that I got that in there, and I'm going to start to drop my colors in here. Now, as I am doing this, you'll see I'm starting with the pink. The alcohol ink is just sitting there. It's not really moving very much. Right here with the pink, you can see just a little bit. It's starting to spread, it's not like it usually does. And it's just sitting there. It's trying, but it's not. So now I'm doing a brick red color, which I love this pink and the brick red color. But look, it's just sitting there, trying to spread. It's struggling. But because this resin has been heated and sped up in the curing process, it's almost like a gel now. So this alcohol ink is just really going to sit there. Look at that. I'm sorry, this is so funny to me because I'm trying to, do different things, try my technique, and this one, nope, it's just not going to have anything to do with wanting to work at all. So I decided, I'll just try some more alcohol ink while I'm at it. And it just sits there. So once I get done adding my drops of ink, I'm going to try the white. And I clip off a little bit off the tip because I don't want a lot to come out, just a little bit. And as you've noticed, I've never checked the temperature. So I don't know what temperature we're sitting at. I just know that we've gone too far. There's no going back, and we can just hope for the best. So re-snipping because I didn't cut enough off. And definitely, yep, try on the side. Don't try in the middle of your project. And here I am doing the drops, and you can see the drops. They're sitting on top. They're not moving. They want to sink. They're trying, but yep, not much is going to be happening with this. And it was a fun experiment. I'm glad I did do it. Lesson learned. I will not be adding the alcohol ink to the resin mold prior to this because that I don't think was any benefit. I'm just going to keep using the back of my paintbrush or another, fine tool, something that won't scratch the mold, but something I can just get in there, just go through the edges. It only takes, a minute. And don't heat up the resin. Check the cure times, check the temperatures. And, once you do things in the order they're supposed to be done, the way they're supposed to be done, then the magic starts happening. This, it looks like it's just going to sit there and do its best. So after I got the white spiral down, I decided I'm going to try for the design. Surprisingly enough, when I pulled the back of my paintbrush through this, it didn't give me a resin skin. Like when my other alcohol ink projects I've done where the resin has cured, when I pull, the alcohol ink leaves a skin on top of the resin. This did not happen. So I thought that was very interesting. It's holding this petal pattern very well. It's just the alcohol ink did not want to spread. So I thought that was very interesting. So sadly, my video did not record when I added the black backing to this, but that's okay. I waited 24 hours. I added some black resin to the back, waited another 24 hours, and voila! It's definitely a distressed bloom, I think. I don't want to say angry because it doesn't look angry. It's a bloom that says, I tried my best. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something from it with me. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.